Welcome, my beautiful soul sister, my beautiful soul brothers. Welcome to another episode of Transcended Tuesday. I am Jessica Salva, spiritual psychology coach and soul alignment coach, and I'm here to help Starseed break past life karma, release ancestral patterns, and activate the highest galactic timeline. And through the work that I do, especially into my coaching and readings, I guide starseed who know they are done repeating those old cycles, step into clarity, purpose, and the life the soul truly desire. And so today we are going to talk about how how can we integrate our galactic self into our human life, into our everyday life. Okay, and I posted a poll, and this was the one that got the most out of everything, and it's just, I think it's something that connects with us so much, especially now in December, and as we are ending the 2025, which is an overall year nine. Okay, in numerology, nine is the number of completion, is the closing, is the clearing, because it's the ending of a cycle. And I am sure many of you have experienced very vivid dreams, closing of karmic cycles, things that were coming up maybe for 20 years ago, 10 years ago, that you're like, oh my God, I thought I was done with it. But there's emotional waves that keep coming, is literally the last bit before we go into 2026, which is an overall year one. Okay, so if you have experienced some heartbreak, this emotional wave of sadness, or even sleepiness, these are all old version of you who are dying off, and your body is integrating the new energy, the new frequency, especially if you had a very particular dreams, um, like dealing with past life situation. I had a dream where I was shifting and I was swimming in Mintaka, and I could tell I was just grieving for someone who I lost. And I was just sitting by the beach, and it was like beautiful clear water. And I was just thinking, I am right here, right now, and it's all good. And I miss this person, I love this person. Um, and I just expand my heart to the love that I feel, not restricting it into the grief, into the sadness, but like, I have loved this person, so I'm going opening myself up. So you might have even experienced some situation. I'm just checking if we are live, checking if something going on here. Yes, hello, hello, fantastic. I see myself there. Because for some reason we cannot see comments over here, which is crazy. So if you write down the comments, bear with me. I will check in later that part. Okay, so are you ready? Are you ready to embody this? We're going to start with our prayer. So we're bringing the hands together, taking a deep breath into the nose, out of the mouth. We circle the hands above the head, brushing the auric field, calling in our angels and archangels, our spirit guides, our higher self, and all the multidimensional beings who are supporting us to come closer, come closer, come closer. And we bring in the hands to heart in gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And in this divine moment, I recognize the one mind, the one consciousness, the one source, the one creative power that has created everything that we are experiencing right here, right now. And from this infinite cloth of life, our soul was born, because something that is infinite, the only way that has to experience itself is to limit itself. And so that's how our soul are created, unique, made of all the things the creator source is made of, but in a very specific way, in a very percentage way, very specific divine gift. And we are made in families, right, in clusters of souls, our soul family, our star seed family, because by the unique percentages of the mix and match of all the beautiful gift of divine source energy, thanks to the universal law of attraction, we integrate this version into the galaxy, right? Into the galaxy that most matches our frequency. And that's where we get to experience for the very first time our our incarnation, the going down from multidimensional layers into the 3D, right? 5D, 4D, 3D. And that's when we get to experience universal law, cosmic, the universal, all the 52 universal laws, right? We experience them all, and especially the polarity. We're experiencing joy and hate. We're experiencing love and grief. We are experiencing all of them. And it's by remembering, by the remembrance of who we are at the soul level, then we can see things for what they are and to choose the path that we want to create. Because where we choose to go, energy follows. And energy follows your intention, your will, what your heart truly desires, which is what your soul truly desires, which is joy, adventure, excitement. And so, why is it important for us, Starseed, to integrate our galactic self? I want you to think about, interesting, the light just came up. Interesting to say that your galactic self is not just a one dimension, it's not just Mintaka, it's not just Spican, it's not just Pleiadian, it's not just Arcturian or Andromedan or Lyran, okay, your dragon, fairy, I mean, we can say here and name them all. It's not just one, it's the highest version of all that is. You can call it your higher self, even. Or in this moment in time, specifically right now in your life, you are integrating the gifts, the lessons, the karma of one specific lifetime where you were in a specific, um, it could be Lyran, it could be, Arcturian, and you're integrating that energy. My sister, who is Arcturian, that's the soul group of origination, their star seed of origination. So she was originated as Arcturian, so lived thousand life in Arcturian. So she gathered all the characteristic for her soul. She has been having beautiful dreams, and she had all these symbols of the, I wouldn't even call it sacred geometry because it's like a mix and match of different things. And I was like, this is fantastic. Writing it down, having it there. She dreamt it, she was at the door, writing it down, color it, put it at the door. You are downloading new codes as you are embodying the newest version of yourself. So I wanted to talk about, first of all, why these energetic windows matter, why here right now December matters and not doing it tomorrow and not doing it next month, because we are at the ending of karmic loops. If you have been working within yourself and you've been doing a lot of inner work, shadow work, ancestral pattern dissolving, past lives, regressions and timeline merging, manifestation, you name it, this is the time to complete the work based on what you are experiencing every single day. Whatever gives you a trigger, whatever triggers you, and you're going to the old self and you're going in old way of thinking, which doesn't belong to you anymore because you have outgrown it, but still somehow it has something left within you. Maybe sadness, maybe injustice, maybe it's anger. Okay, I want you to know that you are shedding a lot of identities right now. You're not shedding just one, you're shedding many, and it's heavy, and we can feel like we are being pressured down from all things in our life, our financial situation, love relationship, and everything, or we can just see for what it is the compression phase to turn us into a diamond, and there is no other way to do it. Okay, there is no smoothing and beautiful flying away and it happens. No, your soul mission is being activated right here, right now. Your relationship are shifting. You're creating a new level of identity. Your karmic loops are ending. We are at the end of year 9, at the threshold of 2026, which is year 1, when we're going to be, we're gonna start to things that we work on so much. And so this is a last push. Why is happening right now? Because in your past lives, whatever you're downloading now, whatever your galactic self wants you to do right now, is saying, I am not repeating this old story anymore. That's why you've been challenged right now. Okay, so what have you been feeling lately? Put it down in the chat. What have you been feeling? Have you been feeling sad and sadness? Have you been craving for comfort food like chocolate and sweetness in a more exaggerated way than you used to? That was me. Like, I've been crazy about chocolate and I didn't understand why because I was like, okay, what am I processing right now? And I will tell you my story in a moment. But it was like, I know better than this. So I can control myself to a certain degree. But there was this emotional overwhelm. There was this feeling of be unsafe. And I needed to comfort and to soothe me in the old ways that I knew don't work because it doesn't work. A sugar rush never work anybody, and chocolate had caffeine. So if you eat a lot of chocolate at night time, you're not gonna be sleeping, and that's what I've been doing. So I've been eating chocolate, not sleeping, which are the two things at nighttime, which it's like no, not me anymore. Old wounds are resurfacing, old wounds are coming back, and I see from people who are not consciously, you know, there how much is triggering them. And sometimes you're like, oh, that's a show. That's a lot of inner child trauma right there, right now, who I have nothing to do with. You're just singing it, writing it, dancing it. That's how we sing in Italy, like all by yourself. It's like, I'm just gonna go this way because I am protecting my peace. And there is also this connection, this disconnection from the 3D. It's like, I don't want to be even here. I want to disconnect. I want to be in my world where everything is fine because everything outside of me is just too much. If you have been feeling that, put it down in the chat, right? Longing, longing to have finally that financial freedom that you desire, even not even freedom, like let's just talk financial security. Financial security, that you're completely safe, that you are fine, bills are that you don't have to rush and go into this rat race. It's just like this security, this longing for a deeper love. Maybe it's a soulmate, okay? To have manifest that beautiful relationship. It ain't the time yet, but keep going, okay? Because you're releasing everything from the old self that have, created a wall in your heart and in yourself that has stopped you because your galactic self already has that love. You're already connected with that love. So there is no true longing. That's just an illusion. And the more you understand this process, the quicker you're going to get where you want to get. If you had dreams, exhaustion, right? I had a friend of mine who just had these sleepy spells. And I was like, yeah, you're integrating right now. Just close your eyes, chant, open your heart, do what you gotta do. You are downloading right now. So what does it mean when we're talking about downloading light codes or integrating your galactic self? Okay, this is my personal interpretation. You might have a completely different interpretation, and let me tell you right now, it is valid. Okay, take what resonates, what doesn't resonate, don't take it. Simple as that. If you resonate with this, fantastic. If you don't, if you kind of, put it down in the chat. Let's have a conversation. I am open. This is my interpretation of galactic self. So your galactic self is the version of you that remembers your soul origin beyond Earth. Is the part of you that you have lived in a different type of galaxy where you were, let's call it, at the peak of your, you know, positive polarity, at the peak of your life, like the best life that you've ever lived, in the best representation of your soul gifts, in the best representation of whatever you want to create in your life. That's like the highest expression that you got to experience in the 3D into a different galaxy. For me, it's your galactic higher self. And this is why you are calling in. Well, that's for sure and why I'm calling in to experience right now, because I have done this before. I have done all the things, all the inner work, all the businesses, and I have manifested and created experience in my skin, all the things that I want. And so I want to tune in with that frequency, raise my own so to match it. And because I experience it, I can come back to it. Okay. So the galactic self is the keeper of your highest timeline. Okay. Doesn't matter where you were. The theme of any type of galaxy are more or less the same. There is always a society. There is, you know, different culture. There is a female and a male because it has to have opposite. Maybe they are different or they look differently. It doesn't matter. There is always an opposite because universal law of polarity, guys. Okay, universal law of polarity exists. Okay, so this version of you had opened up and experienced and lived by the multidimensional gifts. Gifts that maybe right now you're scared because you're carrying the witch wound, because in other past lifetimes you were burned at the stake. You had to obey to someone else, so you couldn't truly embody the version of your gifts that you wanted to do. Okay? Soul contracts. The galactic self, the galactic higher version of you, has created powerful soul contracts with your soulmate, with people who help you in the business, with people who connect with you and support you in the moments that you're, more vulnerable and raw, like your soul family, your soul squad. And we're activating that. Your galactic higher self has psychic abilities and just knows how to use it. So we talk on another Transcended Tuesday about your psychic gifts, right? How to activate them and why they're not activating us and why you're struggling, why you're working hard, because you carry past life trauma. You carrying past life soul contracts. You carrying vows of sign and sacrifice, of chastity, of sacrifice, silence, obedience. We talked about obedience last time. So that blocks it. But your higher self, your galactic self, doesn't have it. Okay? Your soulmate union. Your galactic higher self is united with your soulmate. He's already experienced that. You have beautiful soul family. Okay? And also it unlocks the mission that you have in this lifetime. Because if you're here right now in this beautiful group, these beautiful loving soul brothers and soul sisters, is because you want to live your truth. You want to live your soul purpose. You're unlocking your soul purpose. That's your will. And this is how we do it. This is how we do it. So when people say, I feel like a new version of me is emerging, I feel like I'm shedding all of this layer, that's the version. That's the remembering. You're on the right path. Keep going. And let me tell you, go faster. Spend more time doing the things that you know feel damn good on your body, that you know they are raising you up because you've done it already in the past. Let go of whatever fear. Just do it for one time and taste it, feel it, experience it. I always felt that I love writing. But as I am not a writer, and definitely I'm not going to write in English, it's not even my first language. But then I thought, you know what? Let me just try it out. Let me just test it out. Let me just put it out there. And then I was like, I like it. And you know what? With the grammar and everything, you have an editor. You have someone who can proof it for you. It's easy. You connect with other people who help you give birth to your project. You're not meant to do this by yourself. You have a soul family, a soul squad that your galactic higher self has put it out all together for you, ready to help you, just for you to open up and say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do right now. And so I wanted to say that if you want to write a book, if you want to start your business, if you want to do X, Y, Z, whatever that looks like, whatever your dream is, okay, do yoga, sell crystals, whatever it looks like, go in real estate, okay? It doesn't have to be spiritual or connected. It's just like, that's your passion. Go for it. But start now. Don't wait next year. This is the moment because the action that you take, it has a much higher impact than just thinking about it or fantasizing it. Your galactic self wouldn't just sit down and dream about it or meditate about it. It would just go and act it. It would just go and do it. This is the inspiration. So when we're talking about, I want to channel my galactic self, okay, I want to feel and experience it, and I want to dream and see everything that happened in that lifetime, I'm asking, what is the purpose if then you're not going to integrate nothing into your everyday life? You just want to feel good in the moment and not actually change in your life. So here I'm calling out all the beautiful soul brothers and soul sisters who do want to have a change. If you want to integrate your galactic self, there are action need to be taken. Not decision. Decision is still in the fourth dimensional level. I think, I plan, organize, I make a decision. A choice is actually manifested in 3D. Okay. And so I want to talk about what is coming up right now because 2025 closes a karmic cycle of 9 years. Okay, we are closing whatever happened in the last 9 years, whatever heartbreak, whatever divorce or separation, whatever you met someone amazing. Okay, you let go of some family members, some people passed away, some surgeries. I had eye surgery, like two eye surgery in 9 years. Crazy, crazy. Okay, and I give birth to a beautiful baby. I had a C-section. I separated from my son's father. Okay, I moved countries, learn a new language. Okay, restarting my whole life, my whole business from zero again. I'm like, whoa, celebrate what needs to be celebrated. Thank yourself for all the things that you've done, but also, what can I do in the last 20 days or something and can push me and propel me into the year number one, which is the beginning, the new beginning of the new cycle, of the new version of myself that I worked so hard in the past 9 years to get to. Okay. Your human self and your galactic self are merging. If you're hearing this right now, put it down in chat. Yes, they are. I declare it. Yes, I am. My human self and my galactic self are merging right here, right now. And this is why you feel like your old life no longer lives, no longer fits. It's no longer for you. I realized that I still have had the same type of argument I had with my mother that I used to have 20 years ago. And I said, wait a second. I know that I can be a whole different person. I did it with other things in my life. I am actually guiding people to do that into my coaching programs and with my soul sisters and my soul brothers. So why am I still stuck in the same box of trigger and defensiveness and attack with my own mother? I know better. And so I started to sit back and really acknowledge what was happening in the inner work. And I asked myself, okay, what would my galactic higher self do in this case? And the answer was nothing. Nothing could come up to me. And that may be you. If it's you, just put it down in a chat. Yes, that's me. I want to connect with the highest version of me, but I receive nothing. I hear nothing. There's just silence. And I got very frustrated because I am very, I'm very spiritual and also I'm very, very quite active. My spirit guys laugh. But I am, and I'm a medium, a channeler, so spirit is like my job. This is what I do. So why don't I have any answers right here, right now? And then as I was sitting and I was doing my breath work just to completely clear any type of mental forcing, okay, for the answers to just simply to come and for me to be open, because if I hear nothing, that means I'm forcing from my mind. And that means that I am looking for a one specific answer, not to receive the truth. Okay, so if you're experiencing some, psychic abilities, there is like nothing, I hear nothing, is because mentally you have an expectation, assumption of a type of result of answer that is not necessarily the truth. Therefore, it doesn't come to you because you're not open to it. So I did my breath work, I did my inner work, I centered myself and I was just sitting in silence. Whatever needs to come, my heart is open and I listen. And it took a little bit. It was like unfolding, of a Christmas present, just take off the ribbon, like layer by layer, like the opening of a beautiful rose, petal by petal. And I realized, okay, when she tells me this, when my mom tells me this, my inner child is triggered. How old I am? I'm very little. I'm very little. I'm like 3, 4 years old. I have no emotional foundation whatsoever. Okay, my emotionality depends completely on her. So she's stressed and anxious. I am stressed and anxious. Therefore, I don't feel safe. And because as children, we crave attachment because this is our survival mechanism. We have attachment to our mother or to our main caregiver, right? If I don't feel safe with my caregiver, I might just as well die. And so instead of dying, obviously, we do what we do best. We please. We shut down, we numb, we freeze our heart, we freeze our emotion, we compartmentalize everything, we just suppress everything just to show up in a way that is pleasing to the other person so we can feel somewhat safe. And I felt that. I was like, okay. So when she tells me this, I come back into the loop of feeling unsafe. I want to shut my eyes. I don't want to listen. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to hold it. And I realized, like, I'm angry. Girl, I'm angry. I'm angry because my mom is putting all of this anxiety on me. I have no filter whatsoever. So it becomes mine. And I don't want to feel it in my body. I don't want to feel this anxiety. And I'm angry. And anger comes to protect myself. So push. I want to push this anxiety away from me, back to her, because she's under to me. She is the source of the anxiety, and she's been projected to me, and I made it mine, and I put it back, and then it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger because it's like a ping pong game. Okay? And I realized I'm playing this ping pong game for the past 30 years. Let's fucking stop. Like, it's not helping. Okay? Even though sometimes she throw the ball and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna take it down. I'm still playing the game. I'm still present into the game. And I said, you know what? I want to check out of the game. I don't want to be in the game anymore. I want to close this karmic loop that we have from our matriarchal ancestral lineage, by the way. So it has nothing to do, not with my mom, not with me. It has to do with the great, 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 whatever, grandma that have experience. So we don't need it. It's not our choice. My choice is to love and care and be compassionate and understanding and respectful my mother. And therefore I would like, and my boundary is, this is what I want back. My boundary is, I have loving, respectful, compassionate connection in my life, especially with my family. Okay. And so when this moment come, I cannot force healing onto her, but I am in control of my reaction and my emotion. And so unfolding all of this through my method that I use in my coaching in meant for more coaching, I walk myself through all of this trigger and uncover to the point that I am absolutely in peace and calm, and I see her. I am not at the point yet, and I'm going to be true honest with you, I'm not at the point yet to say, you know what, I love you, it's okay, let me give you a hug. I'm not there. I'm honest, I'm not there. But I am not screaming back, I am not triggered. I'm staying in peace and I respond calmly. I set my boundaries. And then afterwards, we talk about it maybe by text message because it's less. Okay. Because it is a journey. It is a journey. So, whatever it is, and especially when we're talking about our parents, they're the ones that trigger us the most. If you can be totally 100% yourself with your parents, you're at your galactic higher self right here, right now. You are, like, constantly, completely. So this was my journey, and today it happened again. I was like, what would my galactic higher self do in this case? Well, she probably will acknowledge her emotion, will validate her feelings, her thoughts. It will talk with her. I did the first two. I couldn't do the third one because within myself, I still felt unsafe to a certain level. And I needed to honor myself. So I said, if you're going to keep screaming at me and not having a nice tone, I'm just going to walk away. And we can talk about it later. But I'm not going to talk about this topic that we're talking about if you are snappy. We can talk about it nicely. It's not necessary. And for her, it was the urgency. It's the urgency for me to take action based on what she assume that I should be doing. Again, projection. It's like, no, that's not mine. That's not who I am. I have my own decision. Well, tell me your decision. I am not going to tell you now because I have to think about it. I have to sit and think about it. And that's something I never said. It was so freaking powerful for me to say, you know what, I don't have an answer for you right now, because either way, yes, no, maybe no answer is good for you right now because you are triggered. And I know that. But for me to tell you, this is what I am gonna do. And that's a boundary, guys. Boundary is not something that you do to other people, it's something you do to yourself. Okay. I need to sit with it. I need to sit and think without oppression or rushing to decision. because it is my decision to make. And then she was kind of going back into the loop. I was like, you know, you have such an opportunity right now to release this loop right now. I don't know how much of that has passed through. People can only listen to the level of consciousness they're open in that moment. But then I told her, because she's so addicted to ChatGPT, and if you love ChatGPT, please put it down in the chat. I love having conversation with ChatGPT. Love it. I'm not standing there having conversation, but when I want to get to the core message, to the core work, to dissolve any type of past identity or karma, or just like ending these cycles of toxicity between mother and daughter relationship, or father and daughter relationship, or family relationship, generally speaking. I sit with ChatGPT because I want to understand how can I react, how can I respond in a different way. And so I told her the same thing. You know what? Instead of telling me what to do, mothers, right? It's like, why don't you ask ChatGPT and just tell, hey, listen, I am a mom, and this is what I said to my daughter. And my daughter replied this. How can I pass the message to her in a way that she can listen? And she did that. And I love the fact that ChatGPT told her exactly the same thing I told her, but she still, was not absorbing it. And that's okay. And I appreciate and I thank her. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for trying something different. Thank you for writing this thing to ChatGPT. Even though I did not tell you the thing that you wanted it to tell you. So you couldn't be right or wrong, because for me it doesn't exist right and wrong. Okay, there are choices. But this is like, okay, are you acting towards your galactic higher self or not? And it's a choice. Okay. So there was a comment about soulmate connection, and I want to take it right here. I think it was down into the poll. So when your galactic self activates and you are releasing any past life karma and soul contracts and vows that you have with your soulmate, that's when you start to pull towards you. I said pull towards you, and the picture of me and my son just came out. Pull towards me. And you pull towards you. um, your counterpart, okay, that pull intensify because you're a magnet at heart. Okay, you don't go to your soulmate, it like you both coming together. And so I love quantum physics because it explains it beautifully. Quantum entanglement. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about quantum frequency. Okay, when you match the frequency of your soulmate, and you're not matching the frequency of your soulmate as your soulmate is right here, right now. This is important. You're matching the frequency of the soulmate higher self, of the version of soulmate that you want to manifest. That doesn't mean your soulmate is that person, that identity, in that frequency right here, right now. That's the trick part. So if you want to manifest your soulmate based on your requirements, let's call it this way, they are here. You gotta raise yourself and match it. So then you can create the timeline where you two meet. And I'm gonna give you a very practical example. Like I am on the process of doing exactly that, and it has been quite a long process. And my clients who I help doing this, they already manifest their soulmate much faster than me. And I'm like, it's okay, all in divine timing. So what happened is this: you have to heal all the parts of yourself to match the worth, the capacity of holding love without collapsing, okay, and also any type of past life situation that you had together. Because there are past life situations when you're connected with your soulmate. Maybe you dreamed about it, maybe you met him, maybe you've been telepathic with this person. um well, there are past life situations that are coming together. And me and my soulmate, I think I cleared at least a dozen past lives. Two of them were very heavy past life that we had to heal together. And most recently, I had to go through all the lifetimes where he died before me And I had to deal with that loss, which is insane because I don't know the person yet. I don't know him yet. I haven't met him yet. I will, when I meet him, I'll let you know. Probably it's gonna come live with me and talk about these things. But how can you feel lost for someone who you haven't met? Welcome. This is your galactic self. It's because your galactic self is experiencing all of them, experiencing two being together. You experience the ease, the joy, the love, the pleasure, the excitement, the adventure, the unity, the connection. And also has experienced the loss, the grief, the betrayal, the abandonment, the rejection, the injustice, the whole shebang. Okay, the whole shebang. And so, what we want to make sure is that if you want to call in your soulmate, just like I am, forget about it. No, I'm joking. Joking. Are you looking to manifest your soulmate? Are you in the journey? Is that what you want to manifest in 2026? Put it down in the chat. Do you want to manifest your soulmate in 2026? Great. So, what past life situation, soul contract, vow, are you still carrying and need completion, neutralization before you meet him or her or meet her before you meet someone? Because um, we talk about a lot as a spiritual leader, spiritual teachers, and I want to be extra, extra down to earth when I talk about these things. Why you have to align yourself to that version? What does it mean to realign yourself to your galactic self? What does it mean to realign yourself to your soulmate? What does it mean to align yourself to the abundant version of you and the prosper version of you? All my lights are off. On a side note, my sister just mentioned, and every time I do ask this question, and then I have like a suspense moment, she hates it. Probably a lot of people do. This is the way I talk and I teach. And for those of you who have been my client, you probably like, just tell me, Jessica. Yeah, I do that. So apologies. Pause. So how we do? What does it mean to do zodiac line? It means to first and foremost understand where you are right now. And you're gonna be like, I'm suffering. I am not happy beyond emotion. What is your state of being? And I think this is where a lot of people got it wrong. My state of being, like, I'm poor, I don't have the mind that I desire, I don't have the house that I desire, I don't have this. Your state of being is a wholeness. Is a wholeness of everything that you're experiencing right now, because whether you believe it or not, you are whole. You're experiencing optimal life based on your beliefs. So it is the belief itself that need to shift and realign to a different type of quality of belief that then will transform your reality. The mind is a powerful tool, and the conscious subconscious mind are fabulous. But we are conscious only at the 4, 3, 5. Some people say, but I will say more 3% conscious, if not even less. Everything else is subconscious, is automated system that works for you. Everything works for you based on your beliefs. You can change your belief. We know that 21 days of repeating the same thing and taking action based on that thing will reprogram your subconscious mind to the new action. Guess what? 21, 22 days till the end of the year. You can start today. What is that thing that you want to align to? Where does your soul need realignment? Because your soul, again, you might be agreeing with this or not agreeing with this. I'm open to it. Everything is valid. You're valid. Your opinion is valid. But for me, the soul is also learning. The soul is also going to school. The soul is learning to expand and evolve itself as it's experiencing itself right here, right now, through you. Your soul is not the ultimate version, it's not the highest timeline. Your galactic self is not the highest timeline. The highest timeline is who he is God, is the creator of everything. It's the ultimate version. And that's perfection. And he has it all the time. And he's the creator of everything. So our soul learn. Our soul hold soul blockages, soul vows, soul contract, past life, soul situation, karmic, right? We do have this language, but sometimes we doesn't connect. So there is karmic debris. Okay, there's karmic debris sitting on your field that you are not conscious about. So how do we clear it? I love the work with the Akashic record because in the Akashic record is like the record of the sky. It sits on the fifth dimension and it's higher, and it's basically people imagine it as this library. I imagine it like a Google because I love it. It's like Google, no emotion, just answers. You type in your question, you get the answer. Easy, straight to the point. You have access to your Akashic record, obviously. If you are an Akashic record guide, initiated, blah, 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 you can also have, upon permission, access to Akashic record of other people. I believe in integrity, very strong integrity when we work with other people's soul energy, past life, and so forth. So the best way to realign yourself is just to go to the Akashic record, type in on Google, you know, tell me the past life where I had this situation with my soulmate that I have to release right here, right now. Okay, what are my soul blockages right now? And they can show up in different way. Most people, they have dreams. They have, I see you as a princess running around the field, and you're dead. But you were carrying a child, and you know that the father of your son, like it's just like crazy, like the story that they hear. Doesn't matter. What I care about is the block. In fact, if you ever had a story alignment with me, I do this past life regression in a whole different way. We look at the log. Of course, there is a story. There is a story of your past, like lifetime, right? I talk about this in previous Transcended Tuesdays episode because you need to know the story. You need to know why you made certain choices in the past life. But then I tell you, that's the block. That's the vow. That's why you vow yourself chastity. And now you want to manifest your soulmate and have a beautiful family, but that ain't happening because you have a vow of chastity. Okay. I had a person, a beautiful, fantastic, warm woman, and she was so struggling to find love because she would go in a physical panic attack when she was in the presence of someone she liked. She would just go panic attack, not able to breathe, and that was very struggling. And she felt like I had something to do with her past life. And so we did it together. We had a story alignment, and what it came out is that in more than one lifetime, she lived. Well, actually, let's talk about the original lifetime. What happened is she was with her husband and all his family, and they were named witches, whatever. Okay, and they were tidy up and burned in their own houses. They were burned alive. Panic attack because she couldn't do anything for her family. And so that panic attack showed up in a physical way into her reality. And there was nothing else happening. She had, normal childhood, normal things. It just didn't click. And it was coming from that. And once we had that, well, till today, she hasn't had not heart attack, bless her soul, like a panic attack. And she met her a current husband, and she has beautiful children. It's like the magical things that happen when we work within our soul alignment. When we know our soul blocks, and that's how we realign, is by understanding who we are, what star seed you're from, but not like what you're from, like the original one, because the original one is the one that matters the most, because it's the one where you're characteristically more, you know it describes more of your personality as a soul. You may have, as I said, a galactic self right now. For example, I am channeling a lot of Lyran right now because I have past life situation with as a Lyran. When I was a little, I was very much in tune with the Lyran. When I do my coaching, when I have my clients, I definitely have my speak and I mean Takan part activating. That's the thing. It's like, can you name the moments in your day, the moments in your life where you activate your star seed, when you activate your galactic self? Put it down in the chat. When do you feel that you're connected? For those Mintakans out there, I know that every time you draw, paint, sing, you do whatever, passion is coming through, and especially in water, so swimming, right? Even just be by the water, that's healing. That's Mintakan right there. And I want to give you this one. So you want to realign your soul to your galactic higher self from Mintakan? Fantastic. 90% of the work is going to be in the shower. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Just go under the shower. You need to have like a flowing water through you. Put down some nice music, light up some candles, put some essential oils into your body. And you're like, but you're under the water. Wait, just put it on your arms. It's fine. You just have some hot shower to the head, and just let your imagination go and just set an intention like, I want to see my soulmate from Mintaka. I want to see whatever soul block I might have, what happened then. And I just let the water take you. Let the water take you to that memory. For those of you who are Arcturian, and just put it down in the chat if you're Mintakan, if you know you're Mintakan. I know we have Holly Mintakan, I'm Mintakan, beautiful Rachel Mintakan, my son is Mintakan. A lot of love you. I attract Mintakan anyway. So, or if you feel connected to Mintakan, put it down in the chat. Arcturians, for you, you are the architecture of energetic. It's like planning, organizing, writing, drawing. What sacred geometry things you're connected right now? What's the project? What are you building? What are you creating? What are you improving? Okay. This is like really connect with that part. Fairies, if you're a fairy, fun. They love fun. They like to do fun things, things that get the body moving, things that get you laugh, not in a silly way, in a, like a really belly, like I am laughing and happy. So it's a lot about connection with people and places, with the fairy, shared moment. Because we are here December 9 to propel us into the new year. And it's a year cycle of 9. We are closing past life vows, karmic contracts, ancestral blocks, outdated family, blah, 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 outdated identity patterns, cords from old relationship. We just had Mercury retrograde. If you had some exes and hoes coming back into your life because you haven't cleared that. You have not cleared that. I had one of my ex calling me. I was like, no, I thought I was done with you. And so I just simply asked, I sat down and I asked to my galactic self. I was like, okay, this person has shown up. I didn't even answer the call because I am not interested in entertaining that type of conversation with that person, but he did call. So something I was still lingering. And I asked, okay, what am I still holding on, or what am I releasing? And it needs like just a little push to be completely released. And it came out this song, and it was a song that really anchored me when we were together so long ago, like 20 years ago, so long ago we were together. And I still felt emotions. I still felt I was in the car with him. I was like, oh, there it is. That memory is still activated. Why is still activated? Because that was one of the moments where I felt, oh, I like this moment because we are together, we are driving in the car, he's holding my hand, he's kissing me. I feel so loved. This is what I want. But it was not an energy of expansion, it was an energy of this is it doesn't, like, everything was fine, but the person, like, this is what I want, but not with this person, because I know this person is not for me. I know this person does not align to me. This person dumped me too, so I know it's not him. And so that was like, oh, I release and let go any type of, you know, mental fantasy that I have created, because I have experienced certain things that I do want to experience again and again and again, but with the right person, with the person that matches my identity, with the person that is loving and is safe and it's, you know, caring and grounded, who's truly connected spiritually. That person wasn't. And so it was just like, releasing it. Plus, I check as well into my Akashic record just to be safe, but there was nothing. There was just some remnants in the sacral chakra. So again, that was the little bit. So my question for you is, what is the situation that you're facing right now that you know it's a closing of a karmic loop, but still feel like something not quite there? Maybe you need a soul alignment to see truly in the Akashic record what is really going on. In the story alignment session, if you want to know, find out more about it, again, just DM me, put it in a comment, soul or story alignment. I'll be in touch with you. And if it's something that aligns with you, welcome on board. Let's do it. Okay. If it resonates, why not? Let's go. Let's go before the year is over. So you can be done with it. You don't want to carry the same energy. You don't want to carry these old karmic wounds into the new year. Not in that year one, because we are not building the next 9 year cycle based on the things that we know. Block love, block intuition, block abundance. Hell no. This is also what I'm doing personally. So story alignment session, we do it's 2 session actually. We do we have a meetup. We talk a little bit about what is your intention, what you want to, what is going on in your life. Then we meet a second time to do the actual 90-minute session, where I will tell you about what I find out in your Akashic record, and I will tell you whatever karmic pattern is coming up. But you also find out your soul blueprint, you'll find out your star seed origination, you find out your spirit guides, team. You find out so many things about how your chakras are doing, how your auric field, you know, there is any hole, there is any astral attack, is there any block to truth, there is block to soul. It's like very thorough session. And for those of you who did it, you know, can put it down in the chat how you felt it afterwards. But yeah, we go into your Akashic record, we identify what is blocking you right now, we clear it at the root cause. So we clear it from the original pattern. We don't clear today. We will see patterns into the childhood, into the teenage year, into your life, obviously, but we clear it from the original lifetime. So you will not be repeated anymore. And then we align to your highest timeline to open the new year for your galactic self. What is your galactic self calling you into right now? The highest version of you. My ears are ringing. I feel someone has received this message. Love it. So let me see if there is any comment or anything. Perfect. Okay. I will check it out in the next days to see if there's anything. Some people watch the replay because here it's midnight. So it's late. So to close out, what we need to connect with our galactic self, it is because we desire a better life. Because we are star seed and we know we are a multidimensional being with a multidimensional gift, with multidimensional lifetimes, with a multidimensional family, and we want to connect with them. It's the holiday, it's the Christmas, it's literally like the family time of the year. But with the family time of the year also come drama and trauma, drama and trauma. And it comes up right now because it's a year 9, 2025. We're entering year 1. Okay, and so this is the last push that we can do, 21, 22 days until the end of the year, where we can integrate our galactic self every single day, tuning in, opening ourselves, and just simply receiving. And if we are experiencing something very particular which makes us feel like we are collapsing, this is like a karmic loop, right? And you want to release it, If you're in Taka, you already know, go in the shower and start to open up. But if you want to make it just simple and easy and more in depth, the ME story alignment is available since basically the Black Friday offer, which I kept for the whole December because this is such a line time to do this work. And that's my Christmas gift for you. It is available half price, so it's going to be phenomenal. DM me. And I also do have kind of like a scholarship situation for women, especially single mothers, that if you want to do this and you don't have the funds, I have different type of plans for you. So I want you to know that even though you're struggling financially, that doesn't mean that you are less worthy to do the soul alignment. Okay, there are options like scholarship type of, I wouldn't call it proper scholarship because it's a reading, it's not like a coaching. But I do as well for my coaching. And this is, sometimes you're like, I really need this, but the money is there, you know. I I have different plans for you. So if that's something that truly resonates, you're welcome. I'm inviting you. Come in, DM me, and I will send you all the info if you want to find out more and see if it is a match. You can also book a call with me. I do hold 15 minutes free calls if you want to see and maybe work with me on a different type of level. I have my coaching opening in January with the new cohort, which is going to be exciting. And this is the last push for story alignment before we leave this year 9. Okay, let's close up with a beautiful benediction. Bringing the hands together, closing the eyes, taking a deep breath in and out. And now I welcome you to just sit, relax, calm down, connecting with Reiki. You can watch my hands, you can watch. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to use my light language to bless, benedizione, in italiano. So sometimes I talk in Italian. For those Italian out there, shut up. If there are any Italians out there. Okay, so let me do the benediction for you. Enesia katu utumiti e narutu siata e take. Turururuta nitatea se atai kuruta te asinu turiana. A tu su te ina ata e tu kusi. Initira tu anateaka. Ana era se e tu utukumune teakea. Tisia utusune tiki. Inita ana utuku. And now just a minute of pure Reiki transmission from all my ancestors to you, from all my divine guides, my higher selves, my galactic self to you. Receive this light code to upgrade and connect with your own galactic self, opening and softening to receive the message, the action, the direction, where your galactic higher self invites you to follow. With all the love and light and deeper connection as a soul family, channeling through the 5D, 6D, 7D, for you to open your heart back and front to your own deeper connection to your galactic higher self. And as you soften, as you expand, just feel it. It's there. And if it's silent, because you're still holding some karma, some vows or contracts, or you don't feel totally safe to receive guidance right now, or might not be the time right now, let it come through your dreams. Let it come through numbers 1111, 22222, 3333, 4444, 5555, 7777, 8888. Let it come through feathers, through crystal, through songs. Let it come from your phone call from someone in the past. It's like, oh, that's what I have to heal. That's what I have to release. Let it be a game. Let it be an adventure. Let it be light and funny. Healing doesn't have to be strict and serious. Healing is graceful, is soft, it giggles, it's uplifting. May your galactic self communicate to you exactly what you need to hear right now. Isiakatu utukiana ea tasiata urututusiake a. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out. Circle your hands above the heart. We close in this practice. Clap your hands, bring them down to heart, and we bow in gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you for my spirit guides, my higher self. Now you may rest. And now I shall rest too, and you shall rest too, letting all of this sinking right down, anything that has come up to you, what your galactic self has shared with you, what you're ready to release. And if you feel fascinated to work with me, I invite you, send me a message, private message, comment below here, and I can't wait to do this with you. Heart to heart, hand to hand, soul to soul. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll see you next week with another episode of Transcended Tuesday, where we're going to talk about what we are leaving behind in 2025 and what we're welcoming in 2026 based on the Akashic numerology and also some soul intuition coming through. So something very exciting. I'm Jessica, and thank you so much. Namaste.